אשוך עבדך אל רצונך, ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל, ישתחווה מול הדרך, כי ירב לו ידידותך מנופת צוף וכל טעם. הדור נאה זיו העולם, נפשי חולת אהבתך, אנה אליו רפנה לה בהראות לה נועם זיווך, אז תתחזק ותתרבה והייתה לך שפחת עולם. ותקיימו רחמך וחוסנה על בן אוהביו, כי זה כמל נכסוף נכזף לראות בתפארת עוזך. אנה אלי מחמד ליבי חושנה ואל
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a week this has been.
Yes.
Our nation began the healing that is possible after a just verdict in the trial of Derek Chauvin. who, as a Minneapolis police officer, killed George Floyd almost a year ago. Tonight, we remind ourselves that this healing can only be fully engaged when we commit to do the work to root out systemic racism from the way we administer justice in our country. Until the day our policing, courts, housing, voting, and every other dimension and expression of our democracy is completely colorblind. My friends, this is not an unachievable goal.
It is within our ability to make the changes, to enable the courageous people who are mandated to protect, serve, and adjudicate our society to function without bias toward race, ethnicity, or gender. We can and must do this. We can and must seriously engage a process to bring this into being. This is one of the deepest spiritual aspirations of our Jewish tradition. In the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 9, it is written, "V'ger lo tilchatz, ve'atem yadatem et nefesh hager, ki gerim hayitim be'eretz Mitzrayim." You shall not oppress a stranger, for you know the feelings of the stranger, having yourselves been strangers in the land of Egypt.
Amen. Tonight, we honor the enduring foundational value of tikkun olam, the healing and repair of our world through the pursuit of social justice. We're delighted to have Donald James, a dear member of our community, longtime member of our community, with us tonight for our Dvar Torah. Donald has just completed a wonderful book entitled "Manners Will Take You Where Brains and Money Won't. Wisdom from Mama and 35 Years at NASA." We've asked Donald to reflect on the verdict, having grown up as a Black man in America and raised children with his beloved Tanya in this society. We're blessed to have him offer the Dvar, our teaching, on this Shabbat evening.
This Erev Shabbat, we also find ourselves in the 4th week of the counting of the Omer. This is the week of Netzach, that which is eternal and enduring. Tonight, on the 27th day of the counting of the Omer, we are in Yesod Shebenetzach, the foundation that is enduring and eternal. We will consider what that means for us tonight. As preparation for lighting the Shabbat candles, we have something new to share with you. A few months ago, I began to learning how to play guitar, taking lessons from Lisa Zeiler, who is a song leader at B'nai Tikva in Walnut Creek, and also a former bandmate of Eve Decker's. Please sing along with us. The words are Shiviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid. I place Adonai before me always.
A shehechianu moment.
If I can fit my guitar here. Okay, I'll do a little intro.
Yasher Koach. Well done.
Thank you.
Brave soul.
So it's time now to light our Shabbat candles. Time to shed light on the courage and inner strengths that we wish to lift up and to replenish and renew our spirits for the work ahead.
Amen. Let's slide this one in just a skosh. Here we go. Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Let's still lit the match. Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light.
Sing in the light of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Gather in the light. Gather in the light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Please sing with us this beautiful prayer, the song of welcoming ourselves into this Shabbat time, this sacred time in which all of us can become messengers, Malachei HaShalom, messengers of peace on this Shabbat. Please join in with us. If you have a Siddur open, it's on pages 12 and 13. Otherwise, it's the soul music of the Jewish people. It's easy. Please sing along with us. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Welcome among us, messengers of Shalom, angels of the highest one. From deep within us, majesty of majesties, the blessed Holy One. Come then in Shalom, blessing us with Shalom, leaving us with holy Shalom. From deep within us, majesty of majesties, the blessed Holy one. You know, it's traditional in some Jewish circles to begin Shabbat morning prayer with a beautiful intention that says, I affirm that I am ready to take on the mitzvah of the Creator, to love my neighbor as I love myself, as I aspire to love myself. It sets an intention for tefillah, for prayer, for how we should be conducting ourselves in the world every day, every day. So,
our friend in Israel, Gabi Meir, composed this beautiful prayer.
Hareini mekabel alai et mitzvat habore ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha reacha kamocha Hareini mekabel alai et mitzvat habore ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha reacha kamocha. May it be so. We lead into the Baruch Hu, our realization of our connection to the source of all blessing. Every time we offer a blessing from our hearts, we connect to that vast reservoir, that wondrous place. You know, one of the many names for God in our tradition is Hamakom, the place of blessing, the place where blessing originates. This connection can provide an enduring foundation for our lives. The Yesod Shebenetzach that we celebrate in tonight's counting of the Omer, of making each day between Passover and Shavuot count, as in the consciousness of our people, we ascend from liberation to Sinai.
Is that too low?
It's all right.
Ya la la la
Ya la 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 la. 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 Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed Hai-la-lai, lai-lai, ya-la-lai, lai-lai, ya-la-lai, lai-lai, ya-la-lai, lai-lai, ya-la-lai, lai-lai, ya-la-lai, lai-lai,
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. We'd like to share with you now a piece by one of our favorite Israeli duos, Yonina, called Mamtinim, Waiting, something that we have all become expert at during COVID. The verdict this past week ended nearly a year's worth of waiting for justice for George Floyd's family and community. The prayer connects us to how difficult it can be to wait for a time of harmony, a time in which justice and compassion will be honored by our world.
מחכים שתבוא, מדברים על איך שהכל רקוב בו, אנשים בוערים ברחוב והוודקה שורף את הגרון, ואנחנו מתרוצצים כמו כלב רחוב, מחפשים לטרף אדם לאהוב, והמוות נמכר פה חינם והוא מגיע לנו סתם, כי בא לנו עוד קצת דם, עוד קצת דם. והימים ימי בצורת, אין חזון, הם אומרים השמיים ריקים מאדון, והארץ נתן לבני אדם, וקין מולך כאן כי הצדק נרדם. ממתינים, כי זה כל מה שנותר לעשות, ולנסות להיות אנשים במקום בו שולטות הרוחות, ובלילות עוד מעיזה להאמין לפעמים, ואף על פי שהימים נמתחים על פני שנים, אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא. חשים, אתה מתעכב, וממול השדים מתגנבים אל הלב, עם הזמן מתרגלים לכאב, ולא רוצים לעזוב את החורף הזה, כי מטפחים כאן חומות מבודדים, וכל אחד חושב שרק אצלו העולם חרב, כלוא בתוך עצמו, ואין מי שיחלוק את הכאב, והשמיים שמעלינו כחולים סגולים, בוערים מוכים, וניגון ישן גוסס בחלומות מוזרים, על אנשים אחרים באוויר בין בניינים. ממתינים, כי זה כל מה שנותר לעשות, ולנסות להיות אנשים במקום בו שולטות הרוחות, ובלילות עוד מעיזה להאמין לפעמים, ואף על פי שהימים נמתחים על פני שנים, אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא.
כי העצמות שבחוץ מאיימת להפיל אותי מתחת לפני התהום, למה לא בא דמעות ואולי זה כשתקווה שנים רבות מדי.
שנותר לעשות, ולנסות להיות אנשים במקום בו שולטות הרוחות, ובלילות עוד מעיזה להאמין לפעמים, ואף על פי שהימים נמתחים על פני שנים, אחכה
Oh, we apologize that the subtitles didn't, at least on our screen, we couldn't see them, but it's a really beautiful prayer. And I'll just read you the translation of the refrain. It says, Mamtinim, waiting, because it's all that's left to do, and to try to be people in a place ruled by the winds. At nights, I still dare to believe sometimes, and through the days, and though the days stretch upon years, I will wait every passing day, wait for that time of justice and time of harmony. Yes. So it's now time for the evening prayer, Ma'ariv Aravim, prayer that acknowledges that Shabbat always asks us to pay attention to things that sometimes slip past us, like the sunset, the coming of the new day of Shabbat. And so we sing this, we attune on Shabbat. You know, we try to spend more time in nature. We try to listen and spend time hearing the birds and the creatures and smelling the flowers and the loveliness of this place in which we live. So we'll sing the first and last lines of this prayer. It calls us to awareness. Ma'ariv Aravim, welcoming the evening and the wonder of the rhythm of life. Shabbat is this time. It's one of our most powerful ancient spiritual tools for rebalancing, as this beautiful translation says, evening the frayed edges of our lives. That's what Shabbat can do for us if we allow it, if we spend time with our loved ones and tune in to what we really need to hear, that sometimes gets blocked out in the busyness and the static of the week. Please sing back with us. Evening, the evening, the frayed edges of our lives. Ma'ariv Aravim. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim.
Amen. Evening, the frayed edges of our lives. Ma'ariv Aravim. Amen. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Li'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Hamariv Aravim.
Amen.
So we're readying ourselves for Shema Yisrael, for that prayer that asks us to sim lev, to open our hearts to the connectedness that we sometimes aren't able to pay attention to. So this beautiful kavanah, spiritual intention for the Shema, reminds us, open up our eyes. The Shema says, listen. And this says, yes, to listen, we need to be fully present. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name.
And
We will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that we are one, and we will know that all is one.
Now it's time for the Shema and the Ve'ahavta. We will put the words on the screen so that we can all join in together with this tefillah.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. You know, and part of our prayer tradition involves dreaming, actively dreaming. We dream of a world at peace together, where we are all free. We commit to work, do what we can to eliminate systemic racism in this society, in our day. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Please, please join us in this prayer for yearning for what we can do. Hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Hi la 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 la, hi la 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 la,
Halalai, lalalai, lai, lai. Halalai, lalalai, lai, lai. Hi, lalalai, lai, lai. Hi, lai, 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 lai. Halalai, lalalai, lai, lai. Halalai, lalalai, lai, lai.
For our time of reflection for the Amidah, we offer a haunting, powerful prayer, which was the theme song for Schindler's List. It is called Whoever Saves One Life. This version is played and sung by Oleg Akuratov, a young Russian pianist, blind from birth, who sings in many different languages. The words come from the Talmud, Sanhedrin 4:1. In this version, the life-saving list referred to is, of course, the list of Oskar Schindler, but we can also see this as a song addressed to God.
So whoever saves one life and saves the world in time, you're the one who gave us shelter amid the madness going on. With the hopeless know the list is life. With the hopeless know the list is life, life. With the hopeless know the list is life. So tell me who will save one life and save the world entire? You're the one who gave us shelter amid the madness going on. With the hopeless know the list is life. With the hopeless know the list is life. With the hopeless know the list is life. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We are in desperation. Then you spoke, King, all behind. And now there's more names, more names. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We are in desperation. Then you spoke, King, all behind. And more names, more names, more names, more names. Who will ever saves one life and saves the world entire? You're the one who gave us shelter amid the madness going on. And with the hopeless know the list is life. I said with the hopeless know the list is life. With the hopeless know the list is life. Tell me, baby, who ever saves one life and saves the world entire? You're the one who gave us shelter. Yet the madness going on. With the hopeless know the list is life, baby. With a hopeless no, the list is life. Whoever saves one
Amen. So now I'd like to introduce a dear friend and member of our community, Donald James, who, as I mentioned, has recently written and published a book with his brother, Captain Dennis James, and we're blessed to have him offer the Dvar, the teaching, tonight.
Thank you, Rabbi Dan, Zoe, Mark, and the Bethlehem community present tonight. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to share some things I haven't really discussed before, so I thank you for being with me on this brief journey into my thoughts and feelings. Like many, I watched the Chauvin trial verdict. I was apprehensive, remembering the Rodney King verdict, the OJ verdict, and many other similar dramas. As I waited for the verdict, I wondered who might die next, perhaps thanks to the inevitable rage and violence if Chauvin had been found innocent. I wondered who may be killed, regardless of cause, reason, or story, in the wake of whatever the verdict was, and if the loved ones of those who died would feel that their befallen would be forgotten because they had the misfortune of dying in the wake of the verdict, since everybody was focused on the churn of that wake and missing the violence in their periphery. When the verdict was announced, I was not happy. My ego was happy, but my heart knows that a man is still dead, leaving a family and community devastated, and a man will go to prison, likely leaving his family devastated, and all for an act that didn't need to be. Why did that really happen? Then, as if on cue from an all too familiar script, we hear about the shooting of Ma'Khia Bryant in Columbus, Ohio, happening minutes after the Chauvin verdict, and then another man, Andrew Brown, in North Carolina, and we know about Dante Wright and Eric Garner and many others. The Dante Wright case, he died because the officer somehow didn't know the difference between her taser and her gun. So this brings me to my secret, if you will. In chapter 1 of my Manners book, I tell the story of a young man who assaulted my 82-year-old mother in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree store where Mom had gone shopping. In that assault, he knocked her to the ground and stole her purse. I write about my rage at the audacity of someone harming my helpless mother, potentially killing her, and for what? The $40 in credit card she had? I reflected on how and where and from whom that young man learned his manners. What was the original sin that placed him on a trajectory that would lead him to risk an elderly woman's life? And sadly, we have seen similar scenarios play out with the vile disrespect and assaults toward the Asian community, particularly the elderly. And for what? Because they're Asian? What is the root cause of this behavior? What was the original sin that put people on a trajectory that led them to harm someone? My hypothesis is this, and I've not been overt in the talks I now share about the Manners book, but now perhaps I should. If the young man that accosted my mother, the people who attacked elderly Asians, the police who used deadly force, especially on black men, I believe, had they been steeped in the manners training my mother advocated, then the outcomes might have been different. I honestly believe that. And I hope I've made my case in the book, but I'll let others be the judge of that. As I see it, there's a moral dimension to manners, one that affirms the sanctity of life, one that respects that though our stories and experiences are different, we share or should share the same ultimate purpose, to advance the human condition. For me personally, events of the past several years, my wokeness, if you will, has shaken me to the core. It caused me to seriously consider leaving this country. I have actually researched options and made inquiries, often in secret. But 3 things held me back. First, my family. Am I really prepared to leave my family should they choose not to come with me? I know that because of their skin color, they may be able to survive this period without personal harm, and I know because of my skin color, I may not. How can I really leave and enjoy tranquility somewhere else without those that I love? Second, I think about John Lewis, who fought and bled and lived his life so that I can enjoy the immense privileges I enjoy and often take for granted. John Lewis never quit. He never left the country. And let's be honest here. In his day, he had it far worse than I ever had. Lastly, I think about the work of John Kabat-Zinn, the Buddhist teacher and author, whose seminal book reigns so true. Wherever you go, there you are. This scourge of racism and white supremacy beliefs and all the other isms are in our souls, and we can't escape it unless we face it. We need to have the courage to dig deep and explore our original sin. I just hope that my work can help in some small way lead to the true transformation we so urgently need. Thank you for hearing me.
Ken Yehi Ratzon, so may it be. Thank you so much, Donald, for your thoughts and for your beautiful heart.
Yasher koach. And in the spirit of Tikkun Olam, which we so badly need, we'll now listen to a song by Ellen and Gary Bookstell to offer a prayer that she wrote with the title Tikkun Olam.
Tikkun Olam, repair the world. Tikkun Olam, repair the world. We are one people. We are one heart. Tikkun Olam.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll take 2. Now it's time to ritually count the Omer. We begin with the traditional Omer blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer.
Hayom Shiv'a ve'esrim yom, shehem 3 Shavuot v'shisha yamim la'omer. This is the 27th day, making 3 weeks and 6 days of the Omer. We now invite you to visualize the loved ones and friends who are in need of a prayer of healing tonight. In addition to all of our loved ones and friends, we include people from around the world who are suffering from the COVID-19 virus and its after effects, and those suffering from acts of systemic racism and their aftermath. If you're on Facebook, you can type in the names of your loved ones who are in need of this prayer, if you wish. You're also invited to, in just a moment, intone the names aloud.
God of compassion, source of healing, God who blessed Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, we pray to you on behalf of and Bill Fisher, Dave Messing, Cindy Watkin, Bob Arnold, Carol Mulrooney, Lonnie Barish, Laura Ben, Sandy Morris, Bryce Kelly, Tamra Grelk, Harvey Finkel, Susan Colas, Herb Holden, Herb Manlevig, Louis Levy, Marty Bach, Monty Garretts, Mildred Bernstein, Aharon ben Yerucham HaKohen, Shira bat Chaim Chaim Mordechai v'Liba Dvora, Shella Pearl, Otto Jagoda, Daryl Davidson, Jason Moss, Cheryl Adler, Linda Ahrens, Charlotte and Irving Markowitz, Robert Glazier, David ben David Vadina, Naama Levana bat Avraham Vasara, Lorette Abrams, Savion Plum, Paul Head, Judith Demboik, Naftali ben Yidl Veshifra, Beth Siegel, Bilha bat Eliyahu Vechaya, Zipporah Rachel bat Esther ve'Aryeh, David ben Esther ve'Aryeh, Binyamin Nachshon ben Esther ve'Aryeh, and Rabbi Dan. Mi sheberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah, Hu yivarech veYirapeh et hacholim. El narefana la, el narefana
שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב שרה רבקה רחל ולאה הוא יברך וירפא את החולים הוא יברך וירפא את החולים.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, healing of body, healing of spirit, and please, dear God, give strength to those who lovingly provide them with care. And we say together, Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Now time for our yortzites for this week. This is the first anniversary of the death of our dear friend, community member, Mark Friedman, husband of Susan Friedman and father of Shayna and Mason. Bernard Brown, father of Jane Ware. Kenneth Jordan Levy, father of Evan Levy. Bernard Goodman, father of Elaine Letterman. Paul Scott, father of Larry Scott. And Charles Birnbaum, father of Michael Birnbaum. Now, occasionally our lists get a little out of sync, so if you had a yortzeit and it wasn't on the list, please intone the name and please let us know so that we can make the correction and keep this sacred list updated. Thank you. So all those who are in the first year of mourning the loss of a dear loved one, please rise to honor their memories. Anyone observing a yortzeit tonight is invited to rise. And anyone else who feels the need to say the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish tonight, invited to rise. And we say Zichronam Livracha. May their memories forever be a blessing in our lives. We are going to share all the words of the Kaddish so that anyone who needs to say this deep prayer can intone it with us, if you wish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'yamechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'li'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. Zecher, 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 tzadik livracha, livracha.
May,
May, may their memories bless our days, bless our days. Tomorrow morning, Torah study on Zoom will be at 11 a.m. You can get the meeting ID and the password in our happenings. Together with the Ari Yael Jewish Healing Center, Beth Chaim congregation is sponsoring a blood drive. The drive will be on Friday, May 21st, in our synagogue sanctuary from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. You can make an appointment by clicking on the Red Cross link in the happenings. The need is great during this time of COVID-19, and we hope everyone who can will try to participate. All COVID-19 protocols will be followed. Please remember to bring a mask. Now it's time for the Kiddush and the Motzi. We hope you have some wine, a wonderful beverage of choice on hand to taste the sweetness of this Shabbat, and we offer our blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim, chaim. Chaim, chaim.
Chaim.
And we have our fresh baked challah.
Yes. Finally.
Yes. Fresh out of the oven, smells just like a little bit of heaven. And before we say the motzi, we want to again thank Donald James for the beautiful Devar tonight.
Yes.
And we want to again thank Mark Garretts, who's down in Southern California, taking care of his dad. We wish you the best on this transition, and thank you for your time and your care and the expertise you bring to allowing this service to be shared with our entire community and friends.
Amen.
So, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Delicious, delicious.
Here at the Beth Chaim Beit Midrash, we teach our children that they too have a voice, that they too can make a difference in the world, that they can matter. Our colleague Ilana Aryan wrote this song, I Have a Voice, and she sings it in this video with her campers at the Reform Jewish camp Kutz.
I will open my eyes.
I will open my eyes.
I will not look away.
I will not look away.
I will use this gift I've been given every day. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will give of myself.
I will give of myself.
I will reach out my hands.
I will reach out my hand.
I will use this heart I've been given to take a stand. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will fight for the truth.
I will fight for the truth.
I'll stand up for what's right.
I'll stand up for what's right.
I will use this strength I've been given to be a light. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
Shabbat Shalom.